this highway we are following, whoever, whatever that will. Let's be sure of the friends we make, always think first when I'm gonna share or give it all away. Always think first, always think first.
Oh, hello.
Hello, I'm Lily.
Hello, I'm Rico, and today we're presenting a special show on internet safety.
This year's Safer Internet Day is focusing on creating a better internet safety together.
Brilliant, and if you have any questions you want answering, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can text in and you can visit our website too. So without further ado, let's welcome today's guest. We've got Gareth Cort from Childnet here.
Hello.
Hi, Gareth.
Hi Gareth, can you tell us a bit about Childnet and what you do?
Absolutely, yes. So Childnet's mission is to try and make the internet a great and safe place for children and young people everywhere. And we do that in two ways. We have an education team, which I work for. So I used to be a primary school teacher, and now I go to schools up and down the country, speaking to children anywhere between the ages of 3 and 18. I also talk to a lot of parents and also school staff and teachers as well. And we love to talk about all the positive aspects of the internet, all the fantastic sites and services for creating things, for communicating, for finding information, and of course for entertainment as well. And then we try to give out really practical advice about how young people can stay safe when they're using all those different sites and services. So that's kind of one side of our work. We do a lot of education work, but we also work very closely behind the scenes with big figures in the internet industry. So we work very closely with the broadband service providers, with the social networks like Facebook and Twitter and Google, to make sure that the things that they're offering to young people are as safe as they can possibly be.
So what are the main things young people need to look out for on the internet?
That's a really good question. When we go into schools, we tend to talk about something called your digital footprint. And this is the notion that however much you might like to feel you're actually not anonymous when you're online. You do leave a trail behind on the sites and the services that you use, particularly if you're using social networks and if you're uploading photos and things like that. And the easiest way to find someone's digital footprint is to type their name into a search engine like Google and see the kind of things that pop up in the results. Now, it could be that you type someone's name in and really positive things come back in the results. Maybe the first link in the results is their YouTube channel, and they've uploaded some fantastic films that they've created to really show off their creative abilities, or to maybe educate other people. Maybe the next link down on their list is a website that they've set up to fundraise for a charity or some other cause that they care about really strongly. On the flip side, of course, it could be that you type someone's name into Google and some less than positive things show up. Maybe this time around, the first link is to a social network page and it's been left wide open for anyone to see, and some rather nasty or malicious comments on there towards other people. Maybe the next link down are some photos they've uploaded, and again, they've left them completely open for anyone to look at and pass judgment, and the pictures of them maybe down in town on a Friday night, maybe getting up to something they shouldn't have been doing. So it's really important for people when they are sharing things online to think very carefully about who they're sharing things with and how they're sharing them and who can see them, and whether or not the things that they can see about a person online paint them in a positive or negative light as well.
Absolutely. So with personal security and those kind of things in mind, that leads us really nicely onto our clip. Obviously, we're talking about how you can protect yourself online. And we recently actually filmed an in-school visit with Beeban Kidron. She was the founder of Film Club, and she's also the director of the documentary InRealLife, which you might have seen. InRealLife is a gritty documentary that explores the effects the internet is having on teenagers today. And here she is visiting MidKent College. So take a look at the clip.
The people who invented the internet had no idea that this would become the basis of society.
We've chased them out of the parks, we've chased them out of the malls, we've chased them out of our homes. And so they're falling back on these tools.
Did you not find that some of the things in your film, some people may have found a bit exposing?
Definitely, but I was very, very careful about that. Everybody saw their bit beforehand, yeah? Everybody's parents saw their bits beforehand, and we had quite a lot of both therapeutic conversations and very clear conversations about what it might be like. But I did think that it was really important that those stories were said by young people. And in fact, I will say that all the kids who appear in the film are still my mates. and still fine, and some of them have actually moved on quite a lot in their life as a result of being in the film.
The grown-ups gave our children a communications medium, and then it turns out it's a world in which your history is archived by a private company on servers that belong to them for commercial purposes that belong to them.
It's controlled, it's profit-driven, its value systems are hidden.
Out of the companies that didn't want to be filmed, which one did you want to interview the most and why?
Facebook. I think that they have a huge responsibility in all of this. They've got huge numbers of young people that don't take care of them. This idea that everything new is important, instead of important is important. You know, one of the things I always say is, can you imagine if Mark Zuckerberg had thought of the interesting button, or the important button, or the lovely button, or that we must change the world button? And I really think he should stand up and be counted, and he should be interviewed, and he should be prepared to defend himself with his beheading videos next to your maths homework circle.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that clip. Obviously, Beeban was very keen to point out Facebook there and the prominent role they play in this. And you mentioned...
Yes, well, I don't have a Facebook account, but most of my friends do, and they've posted lots of pictures of themselves and of our friends online, and people all around the world have access to these photos, and Facebook can do anything they want with them, and that's one of the reasons I don't have Facebook, is that so if I put personal information or personal images on there, people can get hold of it very easily.
And I think that's a really important point to touch upon, really, is that for all of us, whatever age we are, our personal information is an incredibly valuable thing to use and share online. So we need to be very, very careful about who we give it out to and what other people can see about us. So using things like your privacy settings on social networks, but also thinking before you post and you put things online to make sure that you are creating a positive impression of yourself is really key.
Absolutely, and just going further into InRealLife, if you're interested in seeing more of the film, it's available to watch and review in film clubs now. And if you'd like to just grab those resources there, Lily, we've got an accompanying resource to go with the film. We've also got these fantastic resources created by the schools team. There's a full teacher toolkit there and curriculum links as well. So if you're interested in these issues, there are discussion points, there are film ideas, lots of notes and things to get a dialogue going in the classroom. And if you're short of time, they've got time codes for the films as well. So any of the films that we're showing, any of the clips, you can go straight to the relevant bits and save yourself a bit of time there as well.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff. So you can add InRealLife to your film wish list as well and get reviewing.
Now we're going to ask Gareth some questions that you kindly sent him.
Brilliant. Okay, so Gareth, interesting question for the first one. How do you know when you're spending too much time online?
Really good question. I wonder about that one myself sometimes. I think it depends on various things. There's no kind of right or wrong answer to this. It's really what works for you and making sure you have some kind of balance. So if you're playing sort of 12 hours playing Candy Crush Saga, maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe it's going to start having an impact on your school life or your life with your friends or your family. So getting a balance and using it for really productive things as well is really important. And if you ever feel that balance is kind of slipping away a little bit, then maybe it's a time just to step away and do some offline things and enjoy those as well.
So what are the best things about social media, and why do you think young people use it so much?
That's a really good question. As we know, sort of incredibly popular sites out there. Facebook has got over 1 billion users. Twitter and Instagram are just rising in numbers all the time. And a lot of those users are young people who want to share things about themselves. And they're fantastic opportunities for sharing the best of yourself. If you've got talents or skills in an area, if you are really creative, you can really highlight those over those networks and those sites. So it offers real opportunities for lots of different people, particularly those who might have special educational needs or maybe are a bit awkward in social situations. You connect in a different way online.
Factor, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, and different types of communities as well. So if you join, say, a filmmaking community online and you get your work recognised and it gets sort of appreciated that way, it's a way that might not happen offline. So it offers lots of great opportunities as well.
Thank you, Gareth.
Thanks very much.
Next up we have a film from First Light called Stalking Horse, about a girl arranging to meet up with someone she met online in the real world.
For you.
Thanks.
Louise, don't be scared.
What are you doing?
What you want?
Let me go.
Who are you?
I'm a brother.
Wow, so we left that clip in a pretty worrying scenario there.
Yeah. Well, I think that just shows us the dangers of what happens when you meet someone online and agree to go and meet them.
Absolutely, and it's really important to remember that, particularly when I go to schools and I talk to young people, sometimes they've got hundreds, maybe even thousands of friends on the networks that they use. And as much as we'd like to have really thousands of friends, the reality is a lot of people that sometimes we add on these networks are people that we don't really know. And therefore, despite what they might have told them about about themselves, they're technically strangers. So it's really important to make sure that you are ever sort of worried about what a stranger might say to you online, is to make sure that you tell someone about it. And it could be mum or dad, but it could be a teacher, it could be your best friends, but by telling someone you can do something to sort that situation out.
That's it for today's show. A big thank you to Gareth for coming in and answering all our questions.
My pleasure,
And
thank
please
you.
check out Childnet's website, childnet.com, if you're wanting more information.
Absolutely, thanks Lily. Hope you found today's show really interesting and useful. And don't forget you can find everything we've spoken about on our website too. So in that case, all we have left to say is stay safe on the internet. Bye everyone.